How's
You're
it
just
going?
so tiny in your chair.
I'm so tiny now. I suppose that's good. I don't know.
You need a booster.
I mean, yes, I'm only yes. I'm of legal age, but I need a booster.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
So do we do introductions? We hadn't been doing that, but it's not a bad idea when you guys want to go.
Yeah. I'm Amber from Sweet Am's Cookies. Hi.
And the little one down there.
Little one down here. Hi guys, I'm Hanya of Hanyelas.
And I'm
the loud one.
That would be me. I'm Marlene of Montreal Confections.
I love your apron. What is that? Is it an apron?
It is my apron. It is my apron. I did. I posted a video on YouTube of some. I did an Etsy haul. So if you want to see that, you can check it out.
That's great.
So what's going on? Okay, let's see who is joining us today. Sally.
Oh,
is
she's
that from Brazil. Hello, Brazil. Hola, Dali. Maria, Ari, Bendy, Amyad.
What is this? Order from hell. We need.
I would like to hear more about that.
Yes,
Karen.
I saw the order from hell.
Oh, you did?
Yes, I saw I saw the image she's trying to do. Yes. Good luck, Karen.
Oh, thank you, Joseph.
Oh, how nice.
I wish.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hello, Marianne. Well, welcome everybody. So, yeah, we decorate cookies, in case you were wondering. That's what this live is about. So I'm going to kick it off since mine is short and sweet, and Amber's a little bit more detailed. So I'm going to leave a little wiggle room on the end. So let's do the camera dance. Is it this one here? So there we go. So today I'm working on Halloween. I know we talked about that maybe we jump to the other holidays. Of course, I forgot to bring my bags over here, but I have the one. Oh, here it is.
I feel like we've been saying it every week. Like, okay, we're going to do Christmas next week. And then we were like, okay.
Me as well.
One more Halloween.
I feel like today is October 1st, right? Today, guys, it's a National Coffee Day, by the way.
Oh,
international, and it's an international coffee day.
Because I need an excuse to drink coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, you don't.
All right, so an AliExpress purchase. So Halloween is one of those holidays where we want to decorate cookies, but it's one of those high volume holidays where if you want to maybe make cookies for your kids, even if you're just doing cookies for your kids' class, or if you're, it's a lot of cookies. So this is a fast design if you need to make many, and you want to stay sane. So I got these bags, and they come in holiday versions as well. And you can see it's got a little tape here so you can seal them. And I've designed my cookies based on the bag here. So if we look at the finished design, you can see
that's awesome. Are these from AliExpress, you said?
Yeah. And so when you pop it in there, you can see.
Oh, it like completes the design.
It's so smart.
That is so clever.
And so it's an easy one, but because of that bag, it takes it, and you could add, if you want, a few candies, they'll be hidden back here. If you want, you can add like a little.
That is really, really clever. I like that.
So it's this particular shape is a sweet sugar bell shape. It's, I think, like a snow globe, but honestly, you could use a circle and just trim off the bottom just so that it doesn't spin in the bag. So if you have like a straight edge, and you could just use a knife to do that. And I'm adding the moon a little bit on the side. And if you want, you can get more fancy with the design. Add little pumpkins at the bottom and put some grass or whatever you want to add. But if you want to keep it simple, this is the point of this particular video. So the sky, I did navy blue.
So Lisa is asking if we could, if you don't mind repeating where you got the bags.
I put here, I just had posted.
Do you have your, in a coffee?
I just put, no, I didn't do it, but there's the link. I just put it in. So that's the bags.
Okay, so in the comment section, guys, there's a link in the comment section. Look in the comment section and there's a link to the bags that Mar is using today.
And so I'm just now on the outside of the circle that I drew. And that particular ruler thing I got when I was 100 years ago, when I was in high school. I actually took a drafting class. And I still imagine.
Ruler thing. Okay, guys, what is the exact terminology for the ruler thing?
Anyway, and so
everybody must know.
And it comes in handy for cookies, I've got to say.
I have couple myself. I actually have one here that I got, and it's only, I'm gonna show after you're done. If I can get it.
And so, like I mentioned, you guys can really get more creative with the actual cookie by adding a little scene there. You could do miniature or use little pumpkin sprinkles, add a little pumpkin patch at the bottom. You know, I'm doing it simple, but you guys obviously
Is this Wedgwood?
No, this is navy blue.
It is.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't look like navy blue, right?
It looks a little bit like, yeah.
I just didn't take it to the top.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing with the food gel. You don't always have to take it to the, you know, the sticker on the bottle. You can add less and make them a little bit less intense, right? And so if you struggle with circles, one of the ways to do a circle is to not draw the circle, to just keep squirting your icing in the center of your icing dot. And what happens is it will expand. And so you're pushing from the center to the, like you're jiggling it, and it kind of forms a more perfect circle than if you were trying to draw a circle. So do you see, I'm just kind of like.
Your icing is pretty thick, right?
It's, you know, probably 20 seconds, something like that.
So everybody's using the tool. Nobody knows the correct name, but everybody's using the thing.
Linda says it's a template.
It's called a template. Oh.
So there it is, just like that. And so you're going to let this dry and go crazy or not, whatever you want. And here is a dry version. And I made a little stencil, and you can use a marker if you want to just draw them quickly. But here's some bats, and you can spackle in royal icing. But because they're black, this is one of those occasions where you don't have to worry. Black trumps everything. And so you can just quickly airbrush. Let me just put some airbrush color in my. So I'm just, when you're doing black, you know, do several passes so that you don't get under spray and it doesn't get too heavy. So you can just kind of build your color.
Hello, Bernie. Hello, Jenny. Joseph. Hello, thank you. Jeremy is here.
Hello.
Iman. Hello. I don't know. I hope I said your name correctly.
Just like that, you've got your little scene done.
I love it.
You can pop, and then if you are making these for the kids, well, you can have them assist. You see, they can easily pull the little sticker, and they can seal. So the bags are great for that too. You don't have to do a bow or anything. They're very easily sealed there.
Where can you buy the magnets? Where do you get your little?
Oh, those are from the dollar store, these magnets.
Dollar store.
And then I did another quick one, which last week when
Avis.
I don't know who came up with this particular design, but it's again a fast one. I did M&Ms for the feet on it, and it's just a cauldron. And when I looked at the cookie that I just decorated today,
I just want to mention the Jeremy working loving person is loving your board.
Oh, thank you very much. So you see here, this is the cauldron. And if I would have trimmed off the feet, it's almost the same shape if you look at them here. So that would work the cauldron. And so for the cauldron, it's just, you're just flooding the cookie in black.
Everybody's loving it. They are absolutely loving it. Everybody has nice things to say. That's so nice.
Such a great idea. I love that.
So you can just fill it up with some thicker. You want it to look kind of like drippy. And you see how I'm working upside down? It makes it easier to make the drips kind of coming from, you know, like they're falling on the cauldron. And so I'm just generously and sloppy. You want it kind of messy in this particular occasion. And you'll find now at all the stores eyeballs. So little candy eyeballs that you can just throw into the wet icing. And this is a fun one to bring the kids in too, because there's no real, you know, can't really get it wrong.
Diana is loving the feet, the not feet,
Whoops.
Are they feet?
Well, it's
I would call those feet, right?
Yes, M&Ms. It's brilliant. Yes. Everybody.
And so you're just throwing on your sprinkles into your cauldron. It's a good occasion too. We buy all these sprinkles and then we don't know what to do with them. So this is a nice, you know, kind of fast way to decorate a cookie. So here I've got some purple ones.
Yes, guys, what was the last sprinkle that you bought? Last sprinkles you bought, do you remember? Write it in the comment section. I want to hear about all the things about sprinkles. Did you?
You know what I just got?
Recently?
I just got the Advent calendar sprinkle box.
Wow,
I didn't see that.
that's neat. I had no idea they made such a thing.
Sweet Apolita. It's very cute.
So are you actually going to wait?
No.
That's a good, very legit question, right? I mean, you got it now, and you have to wait till December.
Yeah.
Okay, good luck with that.
So that's what it looks like. And here, just for discussion purposes, here, I'm going to put it in the bag to see how it looks in the same bag. It's not bad in that bag of the Halloween bag.
Yeah, that was cute too. Yeah.
You see? So there,
I
that's
love it.
it.
It's really, really such a good idea.
So fast.
Someone was asking, have you tried, I know this has been answered before, but have you tried the screen genie for airbrushing not to get the underspray?
I have not, but you can just use veil from the fabric store and put it in like a frame and or a embroidery hoop, and it will do the job for you, no problem. But I have not. If you airbrush with a wireless airbrush and you go lightly, usually underspray is minimal. So that's it, guys. So some ideas for your Halloween.
Yeah, I think you open. Yeah, everybody wants to see the Advent calendar.
Yeah.
Well, I will. I'll do like an unboxing. I'll do it on my, Instagram.
Oh, Star Wars Lego as Advent calendar. That's awesome. Look at this.
So, for those of you who have a little more time on your hands, you can do
the two right?
Yeah, very opposite ends of the cookie decorating spectrum today. We've got very simple, and then this one takes a little
matching nails. Like, did I spot matching nails? Can you show?
Very nice. But if I can say though, Amber, it's audience too, right? Like you're making your cookies for like an adult audience. So if you're making cookies, the people who receive it are more going to appreciate the fine artistry. Kids rip the bag open and it's
yes. Right, yeah. And yeah, that's so true. Depends who you're making it for. So obviously I was inspired by my nails to make this design. I thought it would be like a nice transition kind of from, because we keep saying we're going to move on to Christmas and winter and everything. So I thought this was like a nice transition, the buffalo plaid. So I also did a red version on a leaf. So like kind of like, Thanksgiving and whatever.
I like that brown border on that one.
The what?
The brown border.
Oh, that's going to be gold, but you could.
I like the brown though.
Yeah,
I liked it too.
Yeah.
It kind of struck me.
Okay, so we've got. You can't really see it because I did it in pencil, but this is a grid. I mean, you really don't need the whole grid unless you're going to be using
yeah.
it this way. Like Hanny does this a lot where you put the
Yes,
cookie on grid and then
I do
you draw your grid like this. I'm going to use it more just like a ruler.
Mhm.
So these are 3/8 of an inch each. Anybody want to convert that to centimeters?
No.
Okay.
What did you say? What was it? 3/4?
3/8.
Oh, 3/8.
Oh.
3/8 of an inch.
Yeah.
Well, 3/8 of an inch. Okay. That's why we love Google. This is,
Oh,
Google,
sure.
guys, if you don't know an answer, just type it in Google and something will for sure come up. So it's 9.5 millimeters. So it's almost 10 millimeters.
Okay. Imagine having to do a math equation if I told you 3/8 of an inch.
Okay, I'm not, don't do that, please.
This is a Food Doodler edible ink marker. I didn't make a supply list today, but the cookie cutters are in my Global Belly store. The recipes are available to my Patreon subscribers, and they're also in my shop. And I saw somebody earlier asking about the cookie not being flat, I think it was. So it really depends on like the recipe that you're using. You might have to make adjustments to it. Sometimes if you're using like re-rolled scraps, you get a lot of air bubbles. There's all different kinds of things that can contribute to that.
I've been seeing, not a whole lot, but some people do it. They always ice the back. So you're always getting a super flat surface. Have you seen that?
Yeah. I've done that a couple times. Like when I did strawberry cookies, the surface was really bumpy, so I had to turn it over.
Oh, and you did decorate the back.
Yeah. All
Did
right.
you make
So this
the grid yourself?
Did I do what? The
Did you
grid.
make the grid yourself?
I mean, yeah, I just used a ruler, a T-square ruler to make the grid.
I actually have a grid in my coffee shop. I believe I
Okay.
I have a couple of grids in there.
All right. And then you could probably kind of print that out at different sizes.
Yeah, you do
Right.
that, and you can do anything you want.
All right. So this, it's pattern can get a little complicated. So if you wanted to, you could even mark the different colors with your marker before you start, if that makes you more comfortable. I'm just going to go for it. I'm starting in the middle. Flood consistency icing.
Oh, Jeremy, we are perfectly comfortable using inches, right, Mar?
Well, the thing is if you're like, well, first of all, Han lived in the United States for many years, and if you're on American internet, everything is, you know what I mean? Like you're looking.
I mean, I think inches are very inaccurate. I'll be honest with you. I think if you go with millimeters or like a metric system, it's much more accurate. But I think it was just developed to kind of, it's like a rough, I remember in school, they told us that 1 inch is approximately like the length of your thumb. 1 foot is like, your forearm or whatever. So it was usually like that. So you could figure out without the measuring the tool, the distance, approximate distance. But in terms of precision, I think metric is much better.
Remind us, Amber, last year, did you do denim? You did another type of pumpkin.
Yeah, that was a few years ago. It was the buffalo plaid, the red and black checked plaid, and then a denim pumpkin to go with that.
Denim.
I agree. And my favorite Canadian. Oh, Karen, no, it's not terrible you bought buffalo plaid to avoid doing the math. It's not terrible at all. I think we all try to avoid math at all costs.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But, you know, we recall while we were at school, there was always the kid asking, why do we have to learn this? And the teacher should just tell them so that you can decorate cookies.
Right.
So Crystal is asking any recommendations for, maybe Mara can answer this, for an airbrush system for a homemaker?
Yeah, Crystal, if you look on in my Facebook, I have an album with my favorites, and the wireless airbrushes are very affordable. I have purchased some on AliExpress and on Amazon. I think the Amazon link, affordable, and it's just a nice little unit. Here you can see, I'll hold it up there. It's just small. They come in slightly different versions, and really it's not as expensive as you might think, like $50. Then you have to get the colors. It's different colors than gel because the gel will clog up the little hole, but very affordable. You can just have it there ready for when you want to decorate your cookies.
You are so fast, Mrs. Sweet Abs.
Yeah, it's like, I mean,
You
I'm not.
are so fast. I'm looking like she's like halfway done.
I got this one. I was telling Mar that I finished this one the other day in 6 minutes.
So do you set a timer?
I filmed it so I could see the length of the clip.
But filming it also takes a little longer, I find, because you're trying to be really meticulous.
Right. And it's also a different angle. Like, you know, this is kind of far away from me. I would have it a lot closer to me if I didn't have it on camera.
Yes, Jeremy, I exactly said the same thing to her when she sent it to me. It's almost like you've done it a couple of times.
Yeah.
So quick. But the thing is, like when you did the middle, like if you don't have time to do the whole cookie, you could just do the middle and rest one solid color and it would still be so beautiful. Like if you just do like a little bit of it.
Right.
So pretty.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I also love math, Jeremy. With all the engineering I studied, I better, but I don't really do anything with math. Although baking requires a lot of math too. Some people wouldn't say, but it does. It actually does require a lot of math. Math is, I think, the most. I think math is the most important for the life, like for your, for life.
Yeah, you need to count how many cookies you've eaten.
Yes, that is very important. Yes, very, very important. June is loving it.
Thank you.
Hello, everyone who is still, just joining us today. We are decorating sugar cookies here with Marlene of Montreal Confections and Sweet Anne's. Marlene already did her demo a while ago. Be sure to watch the replay. It's going to be available on all of our channels.
Here, Avis has a question.
Mm-hmm.
Can you see it, Amber? Or do you want me to?
Yeah. So I'll show you this other one that I did and I'll explain that part. Okay, so this one's done. This has to dry overnight before you do anything else to it. So on the red one, instead of gray, I combined the black and the red to make it ended up being brown. So you just have to combine the black with whatever color you're doing to make a color like in between. So it wouldn't always be gray. You know what I mean?
Yes. Oh, that's a good tip. I like that.
So on this one, I did it without the brown because I'm going to draw the lines in. So if you look very closely at the plaid, it's really made up of these very thin diagonal lines. So we'll do that on this one. And then we can see which one we like better. So I'll just take this.
So Eamon wants to know, Han, how long have you been decorating?
Oh, me? Years are just flying by. I started in 2008.
8. What about you, Amber?
Oh yeah, about that same time.
And you?
Yeah.
So Jess is born in probably 2010, something like that, along those lines.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. We've been at it for a long time.
It gets easier.
Well, that's it. If you're watching us and you're like, oh, I wish I could, well, you just have to start and then you will.
And don't compare yourself to someone who's been doing it for a decade, you know. It takes a long time
Exactly.
to get, you know, it takes practice. Okay. Get a little closer here.
So everybody wants to know about there's no bleeding, there's no bleeding, there's no bleeding.
Yeah, there's just, I got lucky. I always make sure to not make my icing too watery. I don't add too much food coloring.
Yeah, that's important.
So when I make my black or red, I do like, I'll bring it to like a very dark gray. I won't make black right away. So that way it'll darken on its own. And even if like, you know, this isn't a very like dark black, it's, you know what I mean? So but it still looks black. So if you put too much food coloring in, you're definitely going to get bleeding. And the icing can't be over whipped because that will contribute to bleeding. Okay, so let me just. Okay, I'm going to go for it. I think this is right. So now I'm just filling in some squares with these lines.
So Mar, Isabel is asking, what is the ultimate decorating tool you guys can live without?
Decorating tool. Well, I don't know. I guess it depends what you consider tool. Is a piping bag a tool? Can't live without that.
I was gonna say piping bag, but except like let's say you have the piping bag, I think the other tool.
Probably an electric mixer. Hand whipping would be, I think, very unpleasant. So I think it would be either the piping
Very
bag or the.
I'm already like feeling the pain all over my body. Just
Yeah.
Yeah, there are so many. Like, yeah, just narrow it down to one tool. It's very hard because, like, when you're making cookies, what is the like the cookie dough? So obviously it's the mixer rolling out the cookies. I love my rolling pin because otherwise, you know, how are you gonna roll it out? And then yeah, when you're decorating, piping bags come in handy. You need piping bags definitely to pipe. Amber?
I'm going to say the scribe tool.
Scribe tool, yes.
Because I use it for everything. Like every project involves the scribe tool. So guys, what do you think? This was with the lines, and then this is with the brown.
I do like it with the border. It just reminds me of something. I don't know.
But like
without the lines, yes. But I like it both. I like both.
I like the brown one. My eye keeps on going to the brown one.
Yeah. Yeah, it is nicer, I think. More, it looks cozier with the brown.
They're both beautiful. It's just a different design.
Right. And then with this one, you can also do the lines on the gray. You can just leave it like this, or you can do the lines just like I did over here.
Oh, on the gray now. You're gonna do on the gray. Okay.
Did you have a tip in?
Yeah, I used a tip 2 today.
2?
Yeah.
I don't think you will in trouble if you say that it's too Canadian. It's Canadian. It's very Canadian.
It's funny because when I had gone many moons ago to Epcot Center, all the workers in the Canadian Pavilion were wearing these things, and I was like a little offended, I gotta say. I was like, Canadian, I don't even own this shirt. I don't know, like the only people who wear those are actual like lumberjacks, and I'm
Yeah.
not.
No, it is right. Like when you see a lumberjack cake, this is the design that's like on the outside of the cake or inside of the cake. I've seen it on the inside.
Mhm.
Everybody is loving it.
Thank you.
Does this mean I'm repeating myself? So when you're applying the icing, does your forearm rest on the tabletop?
Yes. And then my other hand is somewhere on this arm holding it steady.
Yeah. Well, last time I went to Disney, we went to go see the new Star Wars thing, and I didn't go to Epcot Center. I was like, bah, been there, done that.
I haven't been there since, I don't know, I probably went when I was 10. That was the last time.
Yeah, it's different when you go as an adult. You see it in a bit of a different way.
Yeah.
I have to say I preferred California just because it's just doable, whereas the Florida one is so huge that you don't feel like you're ever going to see the end. So you feel like you missed part of it, whereas California is like not so big, so you feel like you've seen, well, at least most of it.
Right.
We'll forgive you, Nicole. Don't let it happen again.
What is the marker you're using?
This is a food doodler.
I think all three of us like using food doodlers.
Yeah, they're nice. Very fine tip. Not very fine, but like, you know, just enough. Okay. So that's kind of gives it a different look.
It's beautiful.
And so is there anything else? They're lovely, but I'm expecting a flower to be pulled out, or
So
there's going to be gold. There's going to be
I
gold.
want gold. Yes.
So we'll just outline. I'm using brown stiff consistency icing. I have a tip 3 on here.
Yes, it is a great hack how to get the buffalo plaid look. It's beautiful.
Yeah, I like that brown border.
Yes. Glam it up. It's really pretty.
She has a reputation to uphold.
I know. Can't do a cookie without gold on it.
Come on. So would you say that your grandma was like a big influence to that whole kind of, you know, like the very ornate and gold? And
for sure.
You also like very vintage, right?
You
like
should see.
Vintage.
Yes. It's really incredible.
you had shared some photos of the visit, and it's like very fancy.
Like gold things and florals and velvet, and it's just like, it's really like beautiful. Yeah, so that's where my inspiration came from. It all started with my grandma's house.
So Han lied to us?
Today is a international coffee day. Okay, I'm looking it up because Google often lies, but
Well, I saw it on the Facebook calendar that it is International Coffee Day,
okay, so it's also National Pumpkin Spice Day.
which wasn't on the Facebook calendar, so that they needed to put that. It's not our fault.
Spice Day. Well, for me personally, Pumpkin Spice Day can be any day. It is. It's observed annually on October 1st since 2015.
Huh? I don't know. Does anybody follow these days like that?
Well, there is a day for everything.
I get it.
I wish I had my little thing of days, important days. You would laugh. There's like a cleaning day, National Cleaning
Day. Oh God, I don't know.
We only need to clean once a day.
No. Oh, thank you.
Then there's a wife day and things
Wife
like that.
day. That's every day.
Mhm.
That's every day. Yes. Coffee day. So how do you like your coffee, guys? Do you drink it in the morning? Do you put coffee in the tea? Is it coffee in the tea? No, it's milk in tea, right? Milk in your coffee.
Yeah, I look forward to it every morning.
Yeah. Is that the first thing you do? You drink coffee?
Not like the very first thing, but the first thing that I do when I get into the kitchen. So like I can get ready first without the coffee, but then once I'm in the kitchen, it's.
No, my husband, he gets out and he needs coffee. He can't function.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's a coffee addict. You like your coffee too, Mar, right?
I do.
Oh, I love chai. I had made an what is it called? Not extract, like a chai something, and I also make chai marshmallows. They're so good.
Oh, that sounds good.
So I thought I liked it brown.
Oh, I love it.
It's so fancy.
Mm-hmm.
So fancy.
So fancy.
Yes, she's very, very fancy. Beautiful. I absolutely love this leaf because it has like a very unique shape. But when you look at it, it could be a ghost.
Yes, I've also used this shape to make a Christmas tree.
Or a Christmas, yeah, like it's very, it's beautiful.
The bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, both the leaf and the pumpkin are in my Global Valley store.
Yes, that's right, June. She's Miss Fancy Pants.
The golden, oh, everybody's loving it. Very pretty.
Thank you.
Yeah, I agree, Jennifer. It's such a unique shape, the leaf. Such a nice gold, too.
Yeah, this is antique gold it's crystal colors from sugarpaste.com.
Oh, June, I'm sure she took it as a compliment.
Yeah.
Bling is bliss, Sally says.
Yes, it is.
Do you go through a lot of gold luster dust? Like, do you buy it in, like, they don't sell these in bulk.
Yeah, do you buy it in bulk? Do you buy it in bulk?
Like, maybe 1 pound of gold luster dust.
No, I don't really.
They're getting 1 pound and then spilling it all over everything.
Oh, no.
So how many bottles do you go through, like a month? Do you go through a bottle a month?
No. I really don't use that much, if you can believe that. But then, like, okay, so I'll put all this in here, and then when it's dry, you can just put it back.
Yes, that's true. That's absolutely true. You can, or you can just leave it, cover it, and put the alcohol back in, and it creates a paste.
Yes.
So Avis is asking, so for your background color, when you paint the gold, you find the brown is your best canvas, like background?
Yeah, it should be dark. Like if you start with a white base, it's not going to show up as gold, you know? It's just going to be very pale, which is a different look. If you want that look, that's fine. But This just helps it to stand out.
Oh yeah, it would be a lovely ornament.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, hang it on a Christmas tree.
Mm-hmm.
What's in the coffee shop? Not much, Olga. That
Well,
I
no, we have a lot of things we have a ton of things in the coffee shop, guys.
yes, I think I meant the new, like for today.
Yeah, nothing for today, but there's all of our recipes and our
a lot of,
templates,
recipes, templates,
supply lists.
And then we have, if we're going to start pitching stuff, so there's all kinds of kits on Global Belly. There's the subscription, so you could get monthly cookie decorating kits shipped to your home.
Yeah, what is this month's kit for you guys?
I don't even remember. My brain, like today's the first, so
this month's.
Yeah, that's it, right? It's not just me.
I know.
You remember, Amber? You're the youngin.
Mine is pumpkin spice coffee and donut cookies.
Oh, look. Show off. No, I don't remember. It must be something fall. Oh, I think it's the leaves. I think it's beautiful marbled fall leaves for Thanksgiving.
Oh, great.
I think the last month was October. It was it is the candy corn. I don't remember.
I think candy corn was yours last month.
Last month, yes. I think it was candy corn was last month. So this month it's I bet it's maple leaves. Beautiful maple leaves.
Okay.
And what's this tip? Is this number 3?
Yeah. So this has to dry for a little bit before you can paint it.
So pretty.
Thanks. So yeah, what do you think? Do you like the pumpkin with the lines or without the lines?
I personally, I think I like them without the lines. I like them both, but I think without the lines, it just has more. It's more like sweet M's.
And you get more of a contrast.
Making myself like the ones with the lines, I wouldn't add anything else to it. The one without the lines, you could maybe add like an ornament or like a bright fall on it in red or something. But it's beautiful as it is. It's
or a place setting. Put your
place setting. Yes, quite stunning.
Because that would be fun, right? You've done that before. Last year you did. Was it last year you did?
That was a couple years ago. The place cards.
Yes.
Maybe it was last year.
But then you didn't do the gold on the ones with the lines. I think once it's done in gold, it's going to just look different, because it's not. Both of the gold lines are without the lines. I mean, it's beautiful.
See, it's a little bit 50-50. I mean, I have to say I'm kind of even. I mean, I think the thing that it'll boil down to is time, right? So if you're a little bit short on time and you have a lot to do,
I think if you do a mix, I mean, do mix couple of those.
Yeah.
Pretty.
So if you guys want to learn more about cookie decorating, we've talked about coffee and our subscription kits and all the supplies available on Global Belly. And we also have Patreon. So that's kind of like virtual pre-recorded classes. Not kind of, it is. Pre-recorded classes. So we each have a Patreon and it's under our handles. So Sweet Am, it's on the scrolling at the bottom there. Sweet Ams for Amber, and Yellis for Annie, and Munchausen Confections for me. So if you go on Patreon, they have a search bar you can look.
And also the class coming up October 23rd. It's a beginner class. We'll cover topics like consistencies and coloring royal icing, especially dark colors and bright colors, and we'll decorate 4 different designs. I'll just quickly bring it up, sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. I've already done this.
You can sign up over at Global Belly, or you can sign up through my Instagram bio link. There is a link in my bio, and you can click on it, and there is a tab where you can sign up from there.
So
it's relaxing. Do you find doing the lines relaxing? Like I
Yeah,
find it relaxing.
I
Isn't
like it.
Like,
Yeah.
like very like therapeutical.
Right.
So Amber, what would you charge for those cookies?
Probably like $8 to $10 a piece. I mean, you have to charge to make it worth your time. But if people aren't going to pay for it, then you might have to do something a little more simple. Because if you're doing all this work and not getting paid enough, then what's the point? Unless you're just doing it for fun, which is how I started out. I just did it for a hobby.
Mm-hmm. If ever you get if you do sell cookies and you get a wholesale inquiry, just delete it.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense to charge less for more in our line of work. Like if you're a manufacturer, yes, because you don't, you've waived the setup charge or whatever for the template or something. But if you're doing it by hand,
yeah, a lot of people will ask, "Oh, can I get a discount because I'm ordering, I don't know, 150 cookies?" But
yeah,
it doesn't. I wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Jeremy,
Mm-hmm.
Jeremy put the
pricing.
2012, yes. Sweet Sugar Bell. Callie has posted a really useful, still pretty relevant price chart. I mean, obviously prices went up. You have to consider butter, flour, and all of it.
Yeah. So if you enjoy it, you're doing it for your family, your friends, or just a party, then, go all out, whatever. But if you're doing it for a business, you really have to charge what your time is worth.
The biggest lie, I think, is, if you give me a discount, I'll visibility, or I'll,
Oh yeah, visibility buys you.
That is total BS.
Yes, visibility doesn't pay mortgage, doesn't pay bills. You can't get rent for it, or gas to pump in your car when you need to go shop for butter for your cookies.
Mm-hmm. So this one's probably dry enough to paint.
Here's a nice.
I like that.
Jeremy. The thing that I've seen, I've been on TikTok a little bit recently, and people will go and write on people, like there's a lot of small businesses there saying, "Oh, you charge too much. I could do it for less." Well, obviously, if you want to go and chop down a tree and make your own coffee table, you could do it for less. But I mean, that's not
Right.
like, if you're buying a made thing, like who are you to decide what somebody should charge, what their time is worth? Like the Mona Lisa is worth billions of dollars. Do you think that, I mean, it's not, somebody wants to charge $1,000 for whatever they're doing, it's their business.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, Angie. So one lady wanted to order just one cookie. I told her it was 36 for one, or she could buy the whole dozen for 36.
Yeah, because it's not really worth it to do just one.
One cookie, yes.
Right.
Well, I mean, some people just don't know. It's not that they are,
that's a very good point.
They just don't know. So sometimes we just have to educate. You just have to educate your customer a little bit so they understand. I had a customer for many years when I was selling cookies many years, and then she actually, after I stopped, she took a class with me, and she was like, I had no idea this was so.
Right.
Like, thank you so much. She was thanking me, like, thank you for everything you've done, because she thought she told me, I thought it's just like boom, 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 and it's done, but it really is not. So she had no idea. She didn't, it's not like a lot of customers follow all the cookie decorating videos and see how things are done in real time.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's just they don't know.
And then we're posting videos of us doing a cookie in 30 seconds.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
a little misleading, isn't
Let's
it?
do a gingerbread house for, whatever, in 2 minutes.
Right.
It doesn't work that way. It takes more like 3 or 4 days.
Yes.
See, the people just don't know. Sometimes we just have to, explain it kindly, not to be, you don't want to yell at anyone. But if they have an attitude about it, then they can go to Costco and get loft house cookies and decorate them themselves.
Yeah.
Exactly. So if you were to make like an assortment, Amber, what would you pair your leaves with? Like to do a little bit of a combo set.
Well,
Wax with the pumpkins? No, but like, if you wanted to do a platter, just the pumpkins and the leaves?
probably throw one more thing in there.
A
An
plaque?
apron. A plaque, yeah.
Sometimes when you do cookies that are a little more time consuming, it's a good idea to maybe, if you're doing 12, do 4 that are more time consuming, and then do the rest that is a bit faster, so you can, you still are throwing in beautiful, more detailed cookie, and then including some that are just a little faster to do.
Yeah, they don't need to know, Linda.
Oh yeah, they all think you do it like the 2 minutes before you deliver the cookies.
Amber has a recipe that it's a bit longer to dry if you want to check out her royal icing. Where can they get your royal icing recipe, Amber? In the group in Patreon?
Yes, in my group and in Patreon, or you can just get it in the shop on my website at sweetams.com.
Okay. So her ingredients are a bit different, so it makes it like she has more working time.
I also like this brush you're using.
Oh, isn't this a great brush? This is my new favorite brush. This is from
I'm looking at it and it looks like it's very nice. It works very nice.
Sweet Sticks AU. Oh, that's a good idea.
Thanks, Olga. So it's October, guys. Can you believe it?
No.
We blinked and the summer flew by.
How many weeks till Christmas?
Bye, Cynthia. Oh gosh, I don't know.
Bye.
I don't know that. But it's fast. I mean, it's for me, it's Thanksgiving next weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Did you get your turkey yet?
No, I think I'm actually going to buy a chicken. A turkey's too big. So there's a place that has these kind of free range chickens, and they're actually quite big. So I think I'm just going to make.
I love roasted chicken. I love the smell of it. It smells like home.
Yeah. Well, the thing
I can't explain it. It's like it lingers like in everywhere in the house. It just smells so good. It always like reminds me growing up. We always had chicken on Sunday, roasted chicken on Sunday.
Well, I'm a vegetarian, and Jessica, my daughter's vegetarian, so not everybody's eating meat. So if I make a big turkey, it's a lot of leftovers.
So have you had the tofurkey?
I didn't have the tofurkey. I actually ordered from.
What is that? Tofu turkey?
Yeah, tofu.
Is it shaped like?
It's like a loaf. It's just shaped like a loaf, kind of. Oh. Yeah, it's not like a turkey.
And then you slice it.
It's got stuffing inside, and you slice it.
Oh.
I think it's It's not terrible. Like we've had it a few times.
I ordered from that meat place that I had recommended to you. They have like a roast. So I ordered
Okay.
from them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm blanking out on their name there. They butcher beans. That's their tagline.
Yeah, I'm waiting for like Beyond to come out with I think they already did actually. Beyond came out with chicken, but I think it's chicken nuggets. So
is it? I mean, we are decorating cookies, guys, but we like to talk about random things as well. We are not putting any meat in the cookie dough or anything, but
yeah,
they
no.
mostly use legumes, right? They use beans and lentils to make the meat, the meat.
Yes, yeah, that's it. Like them, it's beans that they use. So Anne Marie, just to answer this question, the shipping to Canada is quite high, so not really. I mean, you can order, but you might get a surprise. So I don't want you to, you know.
Oh
And they
yeah.
do ship to Canada. Maybe they have. I don't know if they have any sales going on right now. Maybe look for around holidays. There are usually sales like 20% off. I don't know about the shipping though, right?
The Very Good Butcher, that's them.
That's it.
The Very Good Butchers.
Thank
That's
you.
the name of the vegan,
Mhm.
vegan meat.
I just ordered a box of not meat, so it should be arriving soon. I actually shared this week 2 times my
Yeah, I saw
vegetarian.
that. I saw your, was it tacos?
Yeah, I made my
I wanted to eat that. I wish you had prepared that for me and I could just come and eat it. It looked very good.
well, my shepherd's pie I thought was pretty good too.
We haven't talked about the booze the whole time.
You want to talk booze?
Okay, sure. Why not?
Well, I'm using vodka to paint on my cookies.
Oh yes, and then she takes a sip.
She just jumps right into it. So she's using vodka, but it's a high alcohol content vodka. Would you? I mean, it's for drinking, right?
Well, it's for mixing. You wouldn't want to drink
Mixing,
it straight.
yeah, mixing. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So Diana, vegetarians eat eggs, but I do like have a vegan. Han has a vegan royal icing on her blog. I have mixes that I've used, but vegetarians eat eggs and dairy.
Yes,
It's
yes.
the vegans that don't. And then there's the flexitarians. I love that term, the flexitarian.
That's like I'm the flexitarian. I don't eat much meat, but I enjoy vegetables very much. But I occasionally I will have things that are real meat that I absolutely love. But
Yeah,
not very often.
I mean,
maybe sometimes like I'm stretching it maybe once a week, once in 2 weeks sometimes. Yeah, I'm really like beautiful.
Beautiful, Amber.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Maybe you want to bring in your cookies in a shot, Em?
Well, do I leave them out of the bag? They look so sad next to
I
Anne.
love them.
Put
I
them in
love
the
them in the
bag.
bag. They don't look sad. Come on.
Put them in the bag. It's so cute
a
with the
brilliant
bag.
idea what you did. I love the concept so much because there are so many different these bags. They're decorated, and this way you can look how pretty.
Where is it? There.
They're beautiful. Awesome work.
I like that cutter, and you can see the back there. The what do you call it? The perforated mat. You baked yours with the perforated mat. Are you using it all the time now for every?
All the time. Anytime I bake, I use the perforated mat now. You can't see, but it's got the little.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Let's get the nails in there.
Oh, there, and you're gonna take a screenshot, huh?
Me. Close.
Got it.
Done? Well, thanks everybody for joining us today. Han and I will be back on Tuesday for I don't know what, probably cookies though. And then on Friday.
I forgot to tell you guys, I just released, and everybody seems to be loving it, the recipe for candy corn marshmallows. I mean, it's been on the blog, but I just released a new video on YouTube, and they're really fun to make. So go and make them.
And it's the candy corn is kind of like the classic Halloween, like it's like everybody recognizes it. Kind of like very.
Yeah.
So just curiosity, not to give every detail, but what did you flavor them? Like, what's the flavor?
Well, the flavor, I mean, that's what I was asking about folks last week or this week, about the
Oh,
flavor
yeah.
of candy corn, because when you look up the flavor, it says that it's basically flavor of like vanilla. There's also like a tones of marzipan, so that's almond. So I used vanilla almond. I didn't use honey. I suppose you could use honey as well. There is like a honey. I did not use that. And I actually added little lemon because I wanted to tone down the sweetness, but you don't have to. But if they're, you can. I mean, I'm calling them candy corn because of the color combination, not necessarily because of the flavor. I think it's hard to replicate the flavor that is, manufactured from I don't know what they
Right.
use. So you can just, but I tried. Yeah, they're very good. Really nice in hot cocoa or.
So go check that out, guys. So
Yes.
thanks so much for joining us.
And we will be back, 3 of us, again next week, Friday. And Mara and I, we have another session live on Tuesday at regular time, 1 p.m. Eastern time. Thumbs up. No idea what I'm doing.
Me neither. We'll figure it out. We always do.
Yeah.
Always do. So, guys, have a
Bye.
lovely weekend. Go apple picking or whatever you do. Maybe you want to carve a pumpkin. That's a good activity as well. And have a great weekend.
Bye.